The massive game releases just don't stop. After coming off the heels of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, we had Persona 3 Reload, we had Tekken 8, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. A little bit before that, we had Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. A lot of games coming out, and that ain't slowing down anytime soon. And one game that I personally have been looking forward to for a little bit is Helldivers 2. And while I've been looking forward to Helldivers 2, I really do expect Arrowhead Studios to do a killer job with this game. I have been worried about this game from a release date standpoint, being in the mix with so many other big game releases. However, as we're getting closer and closer to the release of this game, I do feel like the anticipation for this game is picking up, and this is always going to be one of those games that if it comes out and it turns out to be a game that people are enjoying, word of mouth is going to be incredibly strong with a game like this for its cooperative aspect. Excited myself for Helldivers 2. It's also coming at a budget price point of $40, but before we get into buying the game, let's go over some of the key information that you need to know, some of the general info, special editions, things of that nature. And also, while this is a PlayStation published title, it'll be hitting PC day one. PlayStation 5 and PC day one makes all the sense in the world, with multiplayer being such a key component of this game, cross-platform play being available as well. This is going to be so beneficial to the game and the longevity of the game as well, and the health and that word-of-mouth aspect is definitely going to resonate more when the game is available to more players. So gotta talk all about it. Again, a lot to go over, so let's go over it. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to ask you guys, please like this video and do leave a comment with your thoughts. It really does help out the channel a lot, and it is much appreciated. The game notes: fight for freedom across a hostile galaxy in this frantic third-person cooperative team shooter. Join forces with up to 4 friends and wreak havoc on an alien scourge threatening the safety of your home planet Super Earth in a multiplayer cooperative shooter for PlayStation 5 and PC from Arrowhead Game Studios. Now, Arrowhead also did Helldivers 1, and you might be wondering, why haven't I heard about Helldivers 1? What was Helldivers 1? Well, Helldivers 1 was similar in the sense that it was an over-the-top cooperative experience. However, with Helldivers 2, it's definitely leveling up from a presentation standpoint, being a full-blown third-person shooter. Now, you can make the argument that that's not really leveling up, it's just a different style, but let's just be honest, in terms of presentation and the budget attached to the game, Helldivers 2 is at a completely different level than Helldivers 1. In Helldivers 2, you'll step into the boots of, well, the Helldivers, an elite class of soldiers whose mission is to spread peace, liberty, and manage democracy using the biggest, baddest, and most explosive tools in the galaxy. Now, yes, Helldivers is an insane action-heavy experience, but as you have probably noticed based on some of the footage you've already seen and the description of this game, there is a comedic element attached to the game as well. There's going to be a lot of comedy, and that comedy is entrenched in the game itself in terms of how they talk about the game, but also some of the gameplay elements. It thrives on absolute chaos, and that's why friendly fire is such an integral component of this game. It's just to make things as hectic, as frantic, and as chaotic of an experience as possible, and hopefully you'll humor with some friends about it as well as you're playing this cooperative experience. Helldivers don't go planetside without proper backup, but it's up to you to decide how and when to call it in. Not only do you have a host of superpowered primary weapons and customizable loadouts, you also have the ability to call on stratagems during play. Helldivers 2 features Arrowhead's best cooperative gameplay yet. Collaboration will be vital. Teams will synergize on loadouts, strategize their approach for each mission, and complete objectives together. Key features of the game, again, note: fight for Super Earth, freedom, peace, manage democracy, your Super Earth-born rights. The key pillars of the civilization are under attack from deadly alien creatures conspiring to destroy your planet and its values. The Helldivers must take on the role of peacekeeping in the galactic war and protect their home planet, spread the message of democracy, and repel the hostiles by force. You'll wield overpowered weapons, decide how to take down each enemy surge using a multitude of offensive and defensive tools. Need to take out a massive onslaught in one go, call in a hell pod and drop a 500 kg bomb, leaving behind only liberated bug corpses. Need to lay down a defensive perimeter, bring in an anti-personal mine deployer to booby-trap the battlefield. As you complete missions, you can upgrade your ship and build an even more impressive arsenal. Everything from shield generators to turrets to large-scale airstrikes can be used to give your team the upper hand. And customizability is at the heart of Helldivers 2. You'll have a lot of options in how to tackle various situations and also customize your look and how you present yourself. Aim carefully though, they say everything is better with friends, especially when it comes to raining destruction down on the enemies of liberty. Be warned though, for maximum challenge and collaboration, friendly fire is always on. Communicate with your squad mates and make sure your arsenal only takes down your adversaries. Yes, you want to hope that you only take out your adversaries, but at the same time, let's just be honest here, there's gonna be some chaotic nonsense that's involved as well, and sometimes you might accidentally, you know, take out one of your buddies along the way. Throughout the game, you'll be assembled into these squads of up to 4 Helldivers and assigned strategic missions. Watch each other's back. Friendly fire is an unfortunate certainty of war, but victory without teamwork is impossible. And again, you'll have various loadouts. How you deliver liberty is your choice. You'll have access to a wide array of explosive firepower, life-saving armor, and battle-changing stratagems as well. And throughout the missions you complete, you'll get valuable requisition. Use it to access different rewards that benefit you, your squad, your destroyer ship, and your overall war effort as well. This is going to be an incredibly over-the-top, chaotic, cooperative experience, and if you want something that you can kick back and just have fun with some buddies, it's gonna be exactly that. And I would highly recommend you to have a squad ready to go with a game like this. It might be one of those things that you're excited for Helldivers 2. I know for me, you know, I linked it to a couple of friends and they're like, hey, this game looks pretty cool. Probably gonna wait to see the reviews, see how you like it, because they know I'm picking it up, so they're gonna watch me play it and then ultimately decide from that front. But that's why I'm constantly leaning on the aspect of word of mouth needs to be strong for a game like this. And ultimately, we can't assess that until the game comes out and some people start playing it. But you saw what happened with a little game called Pal World recently. I am not saying in no way that Helldivers 2 has a snowball's chance in hell to be as big as that game, but word of mouth for a game like this that is so focused on multiplayer and hasn't had the biggest promotional buzz, especially with all the competition surrounding it, that is going to be very, very effective. And I think once the game comes out and people see the over-the-top gameplay in action and they see their friends playing it, it might be one that quietly builds up a little bit of buzz and then really does explode post-launch. That's what I'm hoping for, because I really want Arrowhead Game Studios to be rewarded. And also, this is a game that's going to come with a variety of game modes and different upgrades and customizability options at launch. But on top of that, Arrowhead Studios noted we are constantly going to add more stuff to the game. Enemies, objectives, biomes, and more are always going to be free and expand the experience. So you're going to have free content updates with this game as well. And it's at a budget price point of $39.99. What I'm seeing out of Arrowhead Studios is something that could be one of the sleeper hits of 2024. And ultimately, might end up not being a sleeper when the game comes out and a lot more people are talking about it. That's really what I am hoping for and crossing my fingers for. The game will be available on PC and PlayStation 5, so some of you can check it out on PC, some on PlayStation 5, but best of all, crossplay is going to be available, so if you've got buddies on PC and you're playing on PS5, you can play together, no problem. The system requirements are fairly accessible, all things considered, especially from a minimum range. I won't go through all of them, but you've got minimum recommended performance and ultra categories. If you're looking to extend all the way to ultra, then the game's going to be a little difficult to run, but that's 4K 60 FPS. If you're looking at 1080-30, it literally can run on a 1050 Ti and an RX 4070, so the game's gonna be fairly easy to run, and if you've built a PC in recent years, yeah, you'll crush this game, no problem, all things considered. And best of all, again, it is at a budget price point. I think the game had to come out at a budget price point, but at $39.99, I do feel like it's a more compelling pickup. You do have the Super Citizen Edition available as well. That'll give you the full game and some in-game items as well, including the DP-53 Savior of the Free Armor Set, Will of the People Cape, MP-98 Knight Weapon, Super Citizen Status Stratagem Hero Ship Game, and then the Steeled Veterans Premium War Bond. That does cost an extra $20, taking it to the regular $59.99, so take that for what you will. I don't think that's something that everybody's gonna check out. There's going to be a variety of different game modes for you to dive into as well. You've got a horde mode involving defending a key area, and then you'll fight off various weapons with your buddy. There's bug nest extermination missions involve wiping out clusters of eggs. And then there's also the control mode, which involved closing down lethal robot assembly lines by gunning down enemies and tossing grenades into the factory events. This is something they may potentially expand upon as far as game modes available as well. But right off the bat, you are going to have a little bit of depth to the game as well. Helldivers 2 is one of those games that I knew it was gonna be dicey when it comes to releasing at this time with so many other games. But guess what? At the same time, there are a lot of games coming out, but what is similar to Helldivers 2? Yes, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has a co-op emphasis, but this is such an over-the-top chaotic game that Suicide Squad isn't to this extent, and I think Helldivers 2 has the potential to really find its own audience, especially at a budget price point of $40. I mean, Persona 3, Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Suicide Squad, all of those games are 70 bucks. This is damn near half the cost of those games, and it could be just as replayable, and you're gonna get free content updates, so that's great as well. That's gonna do it for me. I really hope this game does build up some more buzz and interest when we head into that February 8th release date, as well as coming out of that release date, people play it, word of mouth really resonates, and then more people check it out. That is my best case scenario for the game, but obviously, word of mouth is always gonna be contingent on the game quality itself, and that's gonna be something that hopefully is on point. But that'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.